Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Form of Therapy. My name is Cheok PD, and today on the Culture Study, I'll be reacting to ALLDAY Project's new title track. This is part of their double title track release from One More Time, which was released last month, a couple weeks ago. And this is the new title track celebrating their album release. I'll be doing a listening party for that. That'll be out next month on the Patreon. But in the meantime, we're going to be checking out the music video. Let's go. Okay, before we start, I like the framing of the video. Just like, I don't know how the video is going to start, but we see Uchan, we see all the other members very like strategically placed in the shot. So the blocking is really nice. But what stood out to me was the titling, Look at Me. The board, the wood, it looks like what the backdrop of sets look like, whether it's music videos, TV shows, or films. It's what the backdrops of those fake walls actually look like. Oh, a Regent film video. Okay.
Let's go. I like the way you look at me. Look at me. ADP. I wanna see your eyes on me. Eyes on me. ADP. Yeah, say one it like this. Don't show my wrist. I got them all looking my way. 언제나 take that risk. You know I never miss. 날 향한 시선이 so they.
Show me you want me like that. 말해봐 what like for real. I'll show you I got it like that. 날 바라볼 때 집중해 넌 뚫어질 듯.
I like the way you look at me. Look at me. ADP. I wanna see your eyes on me.
Very subdued sound. Interesting. Let's turn this up.
Got 'em all watching. 가까이 오지 마, you better watch it. Serve it up, eat it up, major reaction. 위로 더 올라가, no I'm not crashing. Pull up in a 4x4, 5 deep how we roll, Six and sober flow,
Wow.
yeah. 101 that's for sure.
I be getting the green, only profit can't stop it. I'm making my way to the bank.
All day, every deep in my pocket, deposit, 내 clocking it another minute I make.
투자금 먹대 bet.
알 거면 지금 bet.
근데 개파기 전에 야 무덤을 좀 시킬 방법을 모르는데.
Show me you want me like that. 말해봐 what like for real. I'll show you I got it like that. 날 바라볼 때 집중해 넌 뚫어질 듯.
I like the way you look at me. Look at me. ADP. I wanna see your eyes on me. Eyes on me. ADP.
No, you ain't gotta lie. You like that ain't go wide. Can't pick your favorite side. You like all directions, but are you about that action?
I see my baby 다 술해줄게. honey bands 마 찌는 보이가 줄 수 없네. 우리는 차 한 잔에 열을 봐. The floor 마차 천장이 불봐. Doing design just say what you want. I'm not playing, I'm just saying.
What? It's over? What a weird... Whoa, what a weird song construction. Whoa, what? I actually don't understand what I listen to now. Oh, Okay. First off, first impressions. I can't even give like a full, what do I feel about this? I am definitely leaning towards, I like it, but towards the end, I think I got very confused about the song structure. It's not adhering to typical verse, pre-chorus, chorus, maybe a post-hook, second verse, et cetera, et cetera. It's not adhering to that exactly. So I now have to, I feel like I have to do, I think, several rewatches. I need to do a rewatch where I'm focusing only on the video and ignoring the song because what is going on in this video. And then I think I need to do another watch through where I'm only focusing on the song and its structure because it's so odd. I know people said this as kind of like sort of like a lighthearted joke, but I'm actually feeling it a lot more even here. Where people were talking about how One More Time was a little reminiscent of like the mid 2010s, especially like a recession pop sort of sound. Kind of like that euphoric heightened feeling from like the Black Eyed Peas I Got a Feeling. And like very few songs exist in this world, I think, that captures that very weird emotional resonance that Black Eyed Peas I Got a Feeling has. And I remember thinking this, Black Eyed Peas is actually one of my favorite bands, like, of all time. I think some of their songs are questionable, but overall, they have some of my favorite songs of all time. I highly recommend Alive by Black Eyed Peas. That's my favorite song from them. But they're capturing like this weird, ambiguous, emotional yet hip and trendy feeling that I swear to God, the only other artist from the moment I've been birthed that I can ever even like slightly relate this to is Black Eyed Peas. It doesn't exactly sound exactly like Black Eyed Peas. They are definitely doing their own thing. And of course, like something like Wicked and Famous kind of doesn't sound anything like Black Eyed Peas. I guess if you think about it, Famous does have like, it is a little bit of like, Black Eyed Peas is more like wild side coded music, but again, doesn't sound like their music because that was so very unique to them. But this mysterious, emotional, ambiguous feeling from One More Time to now, is it Look at Me or Eyes on Me? Look at Me. It's kind of touching on that vibe. Oh, that's very, very weird. Okay. Let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. I think this time around I want to focus on the video a bit more and let the song kind of gestate in the background. And then I'll watch through again for the song. I mean, it's definitely a Ridgeon film vibe. The way Ridgeon film has such like a creative aesthetic, as well as the way they move throughout the music video, that's very Ridgeon film. But wow. Wow. I mean, even starting from Uchan's shot, it is very like, it's so very engaging. So the previous shot, you see Uchan, they've got him on a dolly track. He's being pulled back right there, and he sits down and he's being pulled back. But even as you see this shot, notice how it looks like the world is sort of bending behind him. I'm pretty sure that's like that's the warping from like a dolly focus, dolly focusing. What? Why these green babies? What's the concept here? What's the concept here of these green babies with like these? Huh. And then they're trying to like avoid Youngso's gaze. They're all running away, and then they all like kind of fall and collapse into that mirror. And it does have that strange there's that one really famous painting. I wonder if it's inspired by that. I forget what it's called. There's that one really famous painting where there are stairs going up, down, vertical, side to side. Like it's gravity is sort of like not in effect. And I feel like that's happening here. Right there. I think Tarzan pops out of the curtain right there.
Got 'em all watching. 가까이 오지 마, you better watch it. Serve it up, eat it up, major reaction. 위로 더 올라가, no I'm not. got 'em all watching. 가까이 오지 마, you better watch it. Serve it up, eat it up, major reaction. 위로 더 올라가, no I'm not crashing. Pull up in a 4x4, 5 deep how we roll, Six and sober flow, yeah. 101 that's for sure.
I be getting the green, only profit can't stop it. I'm making my way to the bank.
All day I be deep in my pocket, depositing, clocking it another minute I make.
투자금 먹대 back.
알거면 지금 bet.
근데 개파기 전에 야 무덤 멸종시킬 방법을 모르는데.
Show me you want me like that. 말해봐 what that. For real, I'll show you. I got it like that. 날 바라볼 때 집중해 눈 뚫어질 듯.
I love her vocals here. Well, I can't get a handle on this video.
집중해 눈 뚫어질 듯.
It's just like it just feels so random, but like there's no way it is. Like it's clearly motivated by something. And I'm following all the transitions, but I don't know what it means. Wow.
No, you ain't gotta lie. You like that ain't no why. Can't pick your favorite side.
What?
You like all directions, but are you about that action?
I see all day but without your
Yeah.
You like all
Even this
directions,
shot
but
right
are
here.
you about that
Zooming out and then overhead going. It's almost like the sets right there are. It's almost like two worlds where there's a set right here and this set underneath, and this transition makes it look like it's sort of like flipping the world that they're in, or I guess rotating forward and sort of like rotate tumbling into the next set.
I see all day but without your 해줄게. honey bands 마 지는 보이가 줄 수 없네. 우리는 차 한 잔에 열을 봐. The floor 마차 천장이 불봐. Doing these I just say what you want. I'm not playing, I'm just saying.
Damn! Oh, that move. Jeez. It's as simple as just simply pausing. Oh, just it's as simple as pausing. And Bailey's aura is absolutely crazy. Whoa. Yeah, why this aesthetic? There's such a focus on the music video concept has such a focus on the like a music video set and something like kind of breaking the fourth wall and coming out of the set and showing like almost behind the scenes of the set. You see it even in the last shot right here as they're continuing to dance. The camera keeps moving and then you see the rest of the crew shooting it, and then you see as the I don't know, probably a PA about to hit the slate, and then even in that tumbling shot right there that we were focusing on, you know, we're seeing again
Are you about that
we're seeing the actual behind of a set. Like this is what the behind of all these sets actually look like. Why is there such a heavy focus on that? I don't understand. Like, why is there such a heavy focus? Anyways, okay. I am gonna actually watch it one more time, but this time I'm gonna focus way more on the music.
Let's go.
I like the way you look at me, look at me, ADP. I wanna see your eyes on me, ADP.
Yeah, say one it like this. 너무 show my wrist. I got them all looking my way. 언제나 take that risk. You know I never miss. 날 향한 시선이 so day.
Show me you want me like that. 말해봐 what that. For real, I'll show you. I got it like that. 날 바라볼 때 집중해 눈 뚫어질 듯.
I like the way you look at me, ADP.
got 'em all watching. 가까이 오지 마, you better watch it. Serve it up, eat it up, major reaction. 위로 더 올라가, no, I'm not crashing. Pull up in a 4x4, 5 deep, how we roll, sense overflow, yeah. 101, that's for sure.
I almost didn't like this section. I almost didn't like this section because right now, like, it creates like right now it's been like this very kind of offbeat but sort of fun atmosphere. This is a huge switch up, and I was like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this switch up where it's going a little bit more intense. It's more like, for lack of a better word, cool. Like they're trying to be cool. It's like the cool section.
Got 'em all watching. 가까이 오지 마, you better watch it. Serve it up, eat it up, major reaction. 위로 더 올라가, no, I'm not crashing.
And then what saves it for me and makes the entire section like actually, okay, I love this section, is this note right here. The bass.
No, I'm not crashing. Pull up in a 4x4,
Boom, dun, dun. The way it brings it down just a little, that step down, slightly brings it back into that emotional resonance again. Like up until this point, even the bass was hitting a little bit more.
Serve it up, eat it up, major reaction. 위로 더 올라가, no, I'm not crashing.
It was just like a steady hip hop beat, and then
In a 4x4, 5 deep, how we
it's a
roll,
little bit
sense
more
overflow,
emotionally
yeah. 101,
resonant.
that's
So,
for sure.
love that section. Love like this traveling vocal part right here. What is that? It goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's so fucking cool.
I be getting the green, only profit can't stop it. I'm lifting my way to the bank.
All day I be deep in my pocket, deposit, clocking it another minute I make.
투자금 먹대 back.
Yeah, this floating vocal is really cool.
Day I be deep in my pocket,
Also, did I notice that there's like a
I be getting the green, only profit can't stop it. I'm lifting my way to the bank.
there's like a leaping puma, I think.
Another minute I make.
투자금 먹대 back.
알고는 지금 돼.
힘들게 바뀌잖아. 야 무덤 멸종시킬 방법을 모르는데.
Tell me you want me like that. 말해봐 what I.
It's an interesting.
For real, I'll show.
All of this is a very interesting pairing between Tarzan and Bailey. I like their voices like playing off of each other, just like very like thin and sticky. But hold on.
I got it like that. 날 바라볼
This is the comeback where I like really appreciate Youngso. Maybe it's something about like this song in particular, but I like the I like the assignment of everyone's positions and vocals. I'll get into that a little bit at the end, but I really like Youngso's parts here.
No, you ain't gotta lie. You like that angle wide. Can't pick your favorite side. You like all directions, but are you about the action?
You like all the directions.
다시 해줄게.
Are you about the action?
머리 벤서 마치 눈보이가 줄 수 없네. 우리는 차 한 잔에 열을 봐. The floor 마차 천장이 불봐. Doing these I just say what you want. I'm not playing, I'm just saying.
So this section. So this is the thing that I wanted to talk about a little of distribution. I know that there's a lot of Tarzan hate, and listen, in terms of like stuff like cultural appropriation and stuff like that, I'm not the one to talk about that, right? Because it's not my culture that he's appropriating. So I'm not the one here to talk about that. I liked his, and I know like people are like pretty split on his rapping and his rap style. I did not find it too surprising because his role model is apparently Lil Wayne. I'm like, that makes sense that he raps like this. But and I did like his part in Famous. But what I find a little confusing, or not confusing, like I like Uchan's vocals. In fact, his vocals are really nice. I liked it in One More Time, and I like it in the opening here. But after that, Uchan basically disappears. Like I feel like I never see him really in terms of the song ever again. He does the chorus part, na 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 na. He's part of that part, but then he never actually has his own section and part. I would say like Bailey, Youngso, and Annie, and Tarzan. I feel like everyone is then more prominent than Uchan is, and I find that to be a little bit confusing. So Tarzan had like his own rap section that came after Annie's part, and he had that like bounce back and forth between Bailey. why not just have Uchan do the rap part right here? Like I would, because they provide different things, and I like they serve different purposes. Their rap styles serve different purposes. Tarzan has like the kind of slurring, messier, but chasing the beat type of rap, which is its own style. But then Uchan has like the much more punchier, tactile rap, which I think would have been nice, would have been a nice capper towards the end of the song. So I'm just confused as to like maybe if Uchan like had just like a ton more vocals, like he had more to do on this song, then I would understand. But he doesn't. Like I said, he is in the beginning and he kind of just disappears. He's in the music video physically often, so you don't forget about him. But in the presence of the song, I'm like,
You about that
just kind of disappears. Like, why couldn't he have done this part? Because especially, it's like, I don't know. I feel like he could have done it. Okay, so that's the end of the song. I really felt it here during that shot right there. That where like just simply just locking right there. This is why I like All Day Project, and this is why All Day Project is such a talk of the town in Korea. It's the chemistry in the group, the mishmash of the chemistry in the group of, listen, whether you love it or you hate it, of what Annie, Tarzan, Youngsa, Bailey, and Uchan bring to the group, and how that mixes. What I really, really like, I feel like there's three classes within this group. There's, I think, the sharp and like delivers in almost like a weapon-like way level, which is Bailey. And I didn't really notice it at first, but like then seeing one more time and then seeing Wicked and then seeing now this, I'm seeing Uchan is very stealthy with it. If Tarzan is a little bit more flashy and he shows everything off and he's a little bit more loud about it, Uchan is almost like the yin to that yang. Like he's way more quiet about it. He's way more stealthy about it. But it really shows in his dancing. It really shows in his performance. It really shows in his work ethic. If you look at the difference of, I would say, look at Bailey, Uchan. I mean, basically look at everyone's expressions, but look at Uchan and Bailey in particular. I noticed that throughout the entire music video. These two are probably like the top elite members within the group. Like their expression work, and in my opinion, there's a lot of things that makes a K-pop idol great: dancing, singing, rapping, etc. But I think if you cannot immerse me, if you cannot move me through your facial expressions, I feel like that's the core thing about K-pop idols. You have to do the expression work. And I feel like that is not really present in the other three. I feel like Youngsa sort of brings it, but it's not as good as Bailey and Uchan's. And Uchan, while he's quiet and he's like stealthy with it, he's clean. He's clean. He's extremely clean. But if you look at the previous expression, like Tarzan, no expression work. Unless it's like actively his part, I feel, and he's like actively rapping in his part, I feel like he's not he doesn't express, he doesn't act. Same goes for Annie as well. Like they bring it when it's their moment, and then when it's not, they kind of, disappear. And so I feel like they're like the more raw, uncut gems of the group. I think they serve their purposes. They pop, they're flashy, but the skills and the refinement of what the idol industry dictates, in terms of that, it's a little bit more too raw. And maybe that's what Teddy wanted. Maybe Teddy wanted this sort of like raw, kind of like unsharpened aspect of the group, because I mean they are good dancers, as we've seen from Wicked, but I'm getting super nitpicky because might as well at this point, right, when the music's this good. And then I think Youngsa is like right in the middle. I think Youngsa is the perfect example of just like, she is then the the defining like K-pop idol. Like she's the one that actually gives off the most idol vibe in the group, whereas Uchan and Bailey give off more of like those elite members in the group, and then Tarzan and Annie give off the more rough around the edges, looser members in the group, which creates a very interesting group chemistry and dynamic. And I think that's what makes All Day Project so interesting. And it's what makes them, well, they do have a lot of hate, but they also have a lot of love. And so ultimately, it's just, I think that's why they're a group that people can't stop looking at, whether it's for better or for worse. But I just found that really fascinating within this music video. I would say I like the song. In terms of like concept of the song, Look at Me is my favorite, but it's not my favorite song. I think Still Famous is probably my favorite song from them. But I think like what they're going for, what like the emotional resonance and trying to do something a little bit more nuanced, I really, really appreciate that. I actually really like that personally. I just think like the execution and the certain beats and elements, while it's still good, again, it just doesn't rival the I don't know, the booty shaking quality of Famous, for lack of a better word. Just I love just the drums and like the shake of Famous. So maybe that's just like the pop dance loving aspect of a person in me. But I did like Look at Me. I like it more than One More Time as well. I think One More Time, while I did really like One More Time, I liked it much more passively. I'm like, this feels like I'm looking at the music video, great music video, sure, but it's just like kind of there. And I'm just like, I would probably enjoy this more if I was like witnessing this live type of a song. Like One More Time seems like a live stage type of a song, or like a hear it in the club type of a song. Whereas this one, I think, translates a lot more better through the music video. Would love to hear your thoughts. Guys, let's keep it civil, all right? What are your thoughts on All Day Project's Look at Me? Let me know in the comments down below. If you let me know if you want to hear more about like my thoughts, and let me know which parts of the songs were your favorite. Do any of you have a grasp of what this video is supposed to be? Let me know. I don't want to say it's like the first time it's a miss from Ridgeon Film, but it's the first time where I'm like, I genuinely have no idea what the concept was here. I don't know what they were going for. It was a little too kooky and a little too absurd for me. Like Rima Yoon definitely does that a lot, but I usually can pick that up and like pick it apart and like I understand it on the first watch and listen, but here I have no idea what they were going for. So, let me know in the comments if you do. If you want to support the channel, consider checking out our Patreon. We are doing bonus reactions in the month of December. I am going to do a listening party for All Day Project's debut EP, but that's going to be out in January. But in the meantime, we are going to be doing a lot of fun stuff in December, checking out award shows, doing movie nights, stuff like that. We have a free calendar on our page that you can check out to see if you'd be interested without committing. And yeah, consider checking it out. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily. If you want to support the channel for free, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button right here. Check out my other videos up here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.